So you want to talk about medical costs going through the roof? 1 out of every 3 Americans today consume opioid drugs, and nearly 1.9 million of them now are addicted to pain relievers. So approximately 115 people every single day die from opioid drugs. And so the drugs got released into the medical community with good intentions, but now it's become it's become a billion-dollar pharmaceutical venture with no end in sight. They don't want to end it because they're making billions and billions of dollars with it, and the management, there is no such thing as management. Now it's causing more harm than it is helping. Medicare recipients. I can't tell you how many times I have a patient who's on Medicare that's on a limited budget. They're trying to cut costs, but they're spending hundreds of dollars, even with Medicare, on medications, on drugs. And so the studies show that Medicare recipients alone spent $4 billion on opioid drugs in 2016. That means that it was equivalent to nearly $3,000 that each person spent on these drugs. So, talk about spending your money in all the wrong ways. And now we're working against a massive death crisis in America because of medications. This is super, super tragic. Here, I'm going to read this to you. The Journal of Perinatology produced a report in 2015 stating that a baby is born addicted to opioid drugs every 25 minutes. Babies born addicted to opioids come from mothers who use drugs during the pregnancy. And so that same chemical dependency that the mother becomes addicted to crosses over the blood-brain barrier to the fetus, and so the fetus then becomes addicted before the baby's even born into the world. And so once they're born, it's approximately $50,000 just for rehabilitation of that poor little baby. So it's not just one drug affecting one person. It's one drug affecting millions, and it's become an epidemic. And so they did a research in 2018 that just focused on the benefits of chiropractic care amidst the opioid epidemic. And so the study focused on administering chiropractic care to individuals who used or had access to opioids for the treatment of pain. Chiropractic served as the primary health solution in place of the drugs. And what this study found is that patients who had regular chiropractic care began filling prescriptions rate at a 55% lower rate than those who did not receive care. And so we're just talking about pain relief, which is the very bottom little tip of the iceberg that chiropractic is even good for. We know that it has immense health benefits and immune function benefits and prolonging of life. And then we're just talking about pain here. But 55% lower rate of prescriptions filled with that study from chiropractic care. So not only are they, number one, feeling better, they're, number two, functioning better, they're spending less money, and they're not becoming addicted. That's huge. So it just kind of shows that if we could bring chiropractic into the realm of people's mentality and thinking, hey, let's try chiropractic first and see if we can change things around naturally. Not only are we going to change lives, not only are we going to transform, we're going to save money in the long run. And think about how much less of a burden of our country's cost would be in the overall medical care. I'm having trouble talking today. So just something to think about. If you want, I think I passed this newsletter out before, but if you want more information, or if you know people that are taking those types of drugs, or people that are just in pain in general, make sure you pass them along this newsletter at the very least. That's what these newsletters are for, is we pass them to you and ask you to pass them on to someone. Also, a good opportunity is coming up on Diva Day. We're doing exams at a discounted rate for any new patient. So that would also be a good way to introduce someone to helping them live in victory.